Hello, beautiful soul. My name is Angie Beats, and I'm a clinical psychotherapist specializing in eating disorder treatment, and I'm also recovered. A couple weeks ago, I had the privilege of getting to hear Dr. Margot Main speak about eating disorders. She is a psychologist and an author. She's written some beautiful books, including Father Hunger and her most recent book, which is called Pursuing Perfection. And one of the things that she said that really stood out to me during her talk is that eating disorders are illnesses that require self-silencing. And it really made me stop and think about, what does that mean, self-silencing? And it made me remember a thing that I started doing when I was really little. If something was going on around me where I felt uncomfortable or sort of powerless, I would do this thing where I would clench my fists real tight and kind of like poke my fingernails into my palms. And I think that was like my early way of self-silencing, just getting really, really quiet and not using my voice, and instead doing something that, although of course isn't really harmful, it was this way of sort of hurting myself but keeping my voice silent. And I think about the ways we start doing that from a really, really young age, where we somehow in our environment get the message that we are not supposed to use our voice, or our voice and our opinions, our emotional experiences aren't received well. Sometimes they're invalidated, and we start to figure out ways to self-silence. And of course, if that continues and perpetuates over the years, having an eating disorder is a pretty masterful way to silence so much of the essence of who you are. And so I guess this week I would just really encourage you to consider, what are the ways that you make yourself silent or go quiet in effort to keep the people that are around you safe and comfortable, to not cause tension, to not, cause any conflict. And what would it take for you to really step more fully into your truth? Because to me, that's what recovery is all about, is owning your story, telling your truth, and really being more fully yourself, which does require you to use your voice. So what are the things that you would have to speak up about if you weren't self-silencing? So think about that over the course of the next week, and I would highly encourage you to check out Dr. Margot Main's work. She is just an extraordinary author and someone who I very much look up to and admire. So I would encourage you to check out the books that she's written. They're just beautiful. Take good care, and know that I'm thinking about you in your recovery, and you're welcome to follow me on social media, where you can get inspired and filled back up and hopefully carry you along this journey to recovery. Take good care.